Let's talk about the biggest unpaid internship in human history. And you are currently enrolled in it. You're trying to log into a website to buy concert tickets. Suddenly, a little box pops up and demands, "Select all images with a traffic light to prove you are human." You click the squares. The green check mark appears. You get access. You think you just beat a basic security test. That is an absolute lie. You didn't just prove you are human. You just completed a free micro-labor task for a trillion-dollar tech monopoly. Welcome to the Captcha truth. Let's look at the early days of the internet. Back in the 2000s, Captcha looked different. Remember when you had to type in two distorted, squiggly words? One word was usually readable, but the second word looked like ancient hieroglyphics. That was called reCAPTCHA. And it wasn't just a random security test. It was an exploit. At the time, companies were trying to digitize millions of old physical books for the internet. But the early AI scanners were basically blind. They couldn't read faded ink or weird fonts. So what did the developers do? They took the words the AI couldn't read, and they put them in front of you. When you typed in that squiggly word to log into a website, you were literally translating old books for the New York Times and Google Books for free. In fact, humans were solving 200 million CAPTCHAs a day, translating over 2 million books a year. And you didn't get paid a single cent. But then, Google bought reCAPTCHA, and the meta changed. They didn't need you to read books anymore. They had a new project. Notice how the squiggly words disappeared? And suddenly you were asked to click on images of crosswalks, stop signs, traffic lights, and buses? That isn't random. Google was building Waymo, their self-driving car division. But teaching an AI to drive in the real world is terrifying. If an AI doesn't know what a crosswalk looks like, it's going to run over a pedestrian. So, how do you train a self-driving car without crashing it? You outsource the labor to millions of humans trying to log into their Netflix accounts. Every time you clicked a bicycle or a stop sign, you were feeding data into an autonomous vehicle's neural network. You were the unpaid driving instructor for AI. But the trick goes even deeper, because now we have the newest version, Captcha v3. You don't type words anymore. You don't click traffic lights. You just click one simple checkbox that says, "I am not a robot." And instantly, it lets you in. How does it know? If there's no test, how does the system know you are human? Because it is watching your every move. When you click that box, the algorithm instantly analyzes how your mouse moved across the screen. Humans have micro-tremors and hesitations, while bots move in perfect straight lines. But it doesn't stop there. It checks your IP address. It scans the cookies on your browser. It looks at your Google search history. It knows what videos you watched today. It analyzes everything in milliseconds and decides, human enough, let him in. The ultimate irony of the internet is that we spent 2 decades proving we are human by teaching machines how to perfectly copy us. And we did it for free.